guys, welcome back. Well, it's Sunday, the 16th of February, and before we get into this one, please don't forget you've got time. I'm looking for your votes for YouTuber of the Month. Please go along to Gaming Off the Grid. Search for the video YouTuber of the Month and cast your vote. I would really like to win this one, if possible, because you know what, I don't win anything. Anyway, before we get into this one, my game of choice this week is Clay Fighter for the Super Nintendo, an absolute wacky fighting game. Right, what is the world's most expensive console? Come on, what is it? Let's find out.
Extravaganza. Bad Mr. Frosty versus Helga.
Well, have you got it yet? Have you? Come on. The extremely rare Nintendo PlayStation prototype is finally up for sale, and it is the first time the prototype has ever been offered at a public auction before. It just seems a little bit weird that, to see Nintendo and Sony sharing the same console, and that this console did have the name PlayStation. So way back in the 1980s, Nintendo wanted to harness the power of the new technology known as the compact disc. And they did a deal with Sony that would see the companies team up and merge their technical know-how to create a CD-ROM peripheral known as the Super NES CD-ROM. And a brand new console name, PlayStation. However, Nintendo, schoolboy error, you forgot to check the fine print. And at the last moment, they pulled the deal because the terms were very much in Sony's favour. So the deal was cancelled. But not before approximately 200 Nintendo PlayStations had been made. Now, all of these prototypes have vanished, and the word is they've been destroyed, basically. Now, the current owner of this console, Terry Diebold, picked up the console from a lot of a bankruptcy sale from an American banking company called Advanta, and it has been suggested that the console managed to find its way there from a former Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO. I'll try and get his name right. Olaf Jon Ulfason worked at the bank after he left Sony. Now, the console has been repaired. It's all the way back up to, I believe it's fully operational. And it plays the cartridges, but it also has the PlayStation branded version of the SNES controller. So after the two companies went their separate ways, as we all know, Sony put all their efforts into creating their own console, because they sort of saw their arse, didn't they? That they weren't getting into the market that way. But they also called? What the hell? Sorry. They also called their console PlayStation. And we could argue the rest of it is history. But it is a little weird to think that the console that many of us now have owes its existence to a failed business deal, and that Nintendo, well, they created their biggest competitor. As for the price, nobody has a clue of what this is going to go for, but we do know that the current owner, Terry Diebold, has already turned down an offer for $1.2 million for the device. Wow, I think you're nuts. I'd have ripped somebody's arm off. And if there's anybody out there that's maybe got 3 to 4 million they want to gift me, yeah, I would love to add this to my collection. I think it's a collector's dream. And I think that's the other problem with this, because there's only going to be millionaires and billionaires collectors that are going to go after this. And potentially the console could possibly never see the light of day ever again. I personally think a museum needs to buy this, and I mean a proper museum, not a John Hancock museum, a proper museum, because this is part of history. This is a real part of gaming history, and I think everybody should have the right to see it in some form. So guys, let me know your feelings on this. What do you think? Do you think he's nuts? I think he's nuts. I'd have took that 1.2 million a long time ago. Well, I'm going to wrap this one up now. I'd like to thank you for your support. I really do. I always appreciate it. Let me know your comments below. It always makes interesting reading. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all again. Take care.